All right, Ken Bianco Jr., and we're at the Amherst Train Show. We have John from Athearn, and we're talking about a major launch today at the show. What do you have here for us?
We're building the AirLX steel reefer. These were built in the 1940s to replace wooden reefers as they age out of service. These were built in the thousands, out of zero, and existed for a long time. If you have a Big Boy or FTs, you need strings of hundreds of these behind them. This is in our Athearn line. We're showcasing a 3D printed sample here. There's going to be some tooling modifications. These are not yet available for pre-order, but you are going to see these real soon. And we're excited to offer a really nicely detailed 40-foot steel reefer.
That's awesome. We're excited for them. So as soon as Athearn announces them, we'll have them listed, locked and loaded. So make sure you get your order on Athearn Trains today. All right, Ken Bianco from the Amherst Train Show. And we have Athearn Trains, a classic. And we got John. And we're going to talk about something everybody wants to talk about, the Surfliners.
It is the star of our table here. We're showing decorated samples, and I've got a few variations of my decorated samples this year. These are first decorations, so we still are making some refinements. But as soon as I sign off on the refinements, they're going into production at the factory. We're going to be starting to build tens of thousands of these suckers. Both the Surfliner and the California cars, you see some of the variations. The Cali cars have the signboards, the larger fluting versus the shorter fluting. There's a slight variation in the recurve here. The easiest way to tell the difference is the window tint. The Cali cars have a blue tint, the Surfliners have a brown, and you're really going to see it with our lit samples back here. And you can tell when they recycle a Surfliner body into the California paint, the window tint really shows it off.
Awesome stuff, John. And if you're looking for these Surfliners, make sure you head to trainworld.com because the back orders are insane. And I know it's a long wait, but it's well worth the wait.
Yeah, there's some models we're not going to run from this first announcement for a long time. So if you want those, you need to get those now. As soon as these deliver, you are absolutely going to see more coming from us, different versions, different paint schemes. But if you want these, you need to get these ordered.
Are you looking for something to carry your trash? Well, John, tell us about this project here.
The National Steel Car Trash Gone project. We have the 6,400 cubic foot and the 6,000. Long time coming. I've made several refinements. This is our first decorated samples. My second decorated samples with some slightly adjusted colors, printing, showed up my door yesterday. I wasn't home to bring them. But this is our first sample. We're really happy with these and excited to have these out. I love these loads. It is a great looking load as it is, but head to your scrap bin, grab some parts, glue them on top, custom load it, doesn't look like anything else. You can adjust the base of them, adjust the height. Right out of the box you got a great runner, but you also can make a great custom load very quickly.
That's awesome. And if you're looking to take out the trash, make sure you head to trainworld.com. We got these awesome Athearn HO cars, really neat and something new. 9 different bodies, including the version with the lid, which is very cool. And John, what do you have here today?
We're showcasing our first tooling shots of our BX172, which is a Santa Fe built in Topeka shops boxcar. A very unique car to their line. We're seen everywhere. Towards the end of their life, they were rebuilt in the Texarkana shops for the Grand Trunk Railroad. Heightened a little bit, double sliding plug doors. We've got both samples here, and these are going to be beautiful. We also are showing art finally on these. We didn't have the art finalized originally, but we're going to do some beautiful fade jobs on these. These were used in auto parts service on the Grand Trunk.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's John from Athearn, and we have these car knockers.
Yeah. We wanted to introduce a new concept in the model railroading industry, which is deformed, beaten, beat up cars. So we created the Car Knocker line. This is our entry to the market of the Car Knocker series, which is the Thrall 2494 Railgun. Railgun went out to 5 different manufacturers and had 5 variations of this gondola built. This is the Thrall version. We hogged this thing. It's bent this way. It's bent open. It's bent down. The sides are dented and deformed. And I made sure that the trucks are level, the couplers are level. This thing looks beat up. We're going to decorate it in a lot of prime for grime. It's going to run like any other freight car.
That's awesome.
It's going to look perfect because these cars get beat up all the time and they're still out there.
And we're taking orders at trainworld.com for these car knockers.
Yeah, they look great. I'm really excited. We've announced the 36-foot flat car and the 36-foot low-sided drop gon or normal gondola. Previously, those are out and available for pre-order right now at
trainworld.com.
Yep. Today at the show, we announced 3 extensions to this line.
Wow.
We're doing an outside braced coal car, a high-sided gondola, and a tank car. So we're really excited to bring more attention to this era, and the more folks order, the more we're going to pay attention and build more models. I've got a lot more I want to do in this era. We just need to make sure people want it.
That's awesome. A lot of people are excited about these, so if you're interested in some old school trains, make sure you head to trainworld.com for all your Athearn HO items and new announcements today. All right, we're here with Matt from Atlas at the Amherst Train Show, and we want to talk about this big acquisition.
Big acquisition.
Well, maybe tiny acquisition.
Micro acquisition.
In a big way.
Yes, exactly. And the first part of this acquisition, the first announcement, is going to be the continuation of the grit and grime, which Microtrains does so well. In your hands, Kenny, we got the Railgun with CSX patch. And that will be the first grit and grime by Atlas. In my hands, I have a HO AccuRail rail box, and we can even see an weathered interior there, which is just insane, and the beautiful exterior weathering that Microtrains is so known for. And then,
so that was really great stuff, and Microtrains by Atlas now, or
Yes.
Atlas by Microtrains.
Microtrains by Atlas.
Huge deal in the works, but Atlas is going to come out with some products right away.
Yeah.
All right, Ross from Atlas didn't want to come on the show today, but we got Matt, and we're going to talk about passenger cars.
Yep, modernized heavyweight passenger cars. And you can see here the gray, this is the changed part. You can see these windows are kind of flush, they're not able to open. That's because in this time period, they were able to add air conditioning to these cars, which they didn't have before. So they have sealed windows now, making it modern. And then Ken's holding the one with the 2-axle trucks, which makes it a commuter service car, and that could be seen all over the New York Central system. So really two really unique cars. Good for any 1970s, 1980s passenger train.
We're going to talk about the AEM7.
AEM7 and ALP44.
Cool.
So we got both here. You're holding the ALP44 in New Jersey Transit Deco. And for our customers that had these before, that's the AEM7 there. It has a facelift now. So now this is a true ALP44 with true New Jersey Transit style ditch lights. And we go over to Kenny's AEM7. True Amtrak style ditch lights on there. And then you can put both faces next to each other and you can see the differences, how they're truly accurate models now.
Very cool. And Atlas does not have many left, so make sure you head to trainworld.com, get your back order in today. And we're here at the Amherst Train Show, and we're with Bachmann. We got Tyler, better known on his new railroad, building a model layout series from Bachmann, which is great. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. But you have a lot of stuff here today. So what do you got?
We absolutely do. Well, this is our new product section here of the display. We've got some upcoming products, some recent releases. We've got a slideshow here with our newest announcements as part of our 2026 catalog that just came out today. Look for those available on Train World for pre-order very soon. But up here we have the cover story of the catalog. As part of the America 250 celebrations, we're doing our American Freedom Train 50th anniversary set. This will be a limited edition set, limited to 1,000 pieces. And it comes with the GS4, 4449 in the Freedom Train colors with working smoke. It comes with the press card here as well. We've also got two showcase cars, which we don't have quite ready yet, but we'll be able to show those soon. So it'll be a complete ready-to-run set, again limited to 1,000 pieces. And next to it, we go from the modern day all the way back to the very beginnings of American railroading. We're bringing back our DeWitt Clinton train set, which will have an improved motor and drive, some updated decoration. That'll be another ready-to-run set with nickel silver track. Moving down here, we've got some upcoming N-scale releases. We've got the M3 passenger cars in Amtrak's newest paint scheme, the Phase 7. Very colorful paint scheme with the different colors for all the different classes of Amtrak service. Here we have a combination cafe business class car. Business on the light blue end here, and then the cafe on this end. We have the coach class cars with green on both ends. We also have a cafe car here. Those will look perfect behind your Phase 7 ALC 42 Chargers. And over here we have the recently released Via Rail Canada consist. We have the SCB 42 Charger, the all 4 passenger cars, and our DCC Sound cab car with sound and lighting functions. Cab car will be available later this year. The rest of the consist is available now. Over here we have the HO counterpart, and this is the special Via Rail BlueNami paint scheme. You can see here it's got a lot more yellow to it. And same as the regular paint scheme, you've got your Charger with the oversized Via lettering extending onto the passenger car. And you have the DCC Sound cab car in HO scale as well. Moving up here, we've got some upcoming steam locomotives. We've got 2 returning Spectrum items. The Baltimore and Ohio EM1 locomotive, available for the first time with Soundtraxx BlueNami 2 on board. And we've got the return of the 80-ton free truck Shay, also with metal gears and with BlueNami 2 on board for the first time. And then moving over next to it, coming out very soon is the 464 New York Central Dreyfus Hudson. 4 road numbers with both the 1938 and 1940 paint schemes, and either box spoke or skull and disc drive wheels with TCS Wow sound on board. Look out for the Dreyfus Hudson coming in just a couple of months, and the EM1 and the Shay later this year. Now we'll go down here and just cover a couple more highlights. We have 2 new paint schemes for the GS4. These are DCC ready with a 21-pin plug on board. We've got the black and white Burlington Northern Santa Fe executive train colors and the classic Southern Pacific Daylight. Have a Union Pacific 060, the Vanderbilt tender here. And we have our brand new newly tooled 1900s era 68-foot passenger car. This is brand new tooling. Fully detailed interior on these cars, as well as a detailed underbody. Several of these cars, of course, survive today at the Strasburg Railroad. So we've got 2 Strasburg Railroad road numbers, got the Pennsylvania Railroad, and we also have, not on the display here, but we have New York Central and Hudson River and Southern Pacific as road names for this car as well. And then we'll go back over here towards N-scale. We are showing off for the first time here the engineering samples for our brand new 19th century 460. It's been a highly anticipated model. You've got all kinds of road name specific detail, different headlights, the wood burning balloon stack or the straight coal stack with the appropriate coal and wood loads. And these are DCC sound on board locomotives with Soundtraxx BlueNami 2. Those will be available later this year. We've also got a variety of brand new N-scale rolling stock paint schemes here. Box cars, tank cars, hoppers, all kinds of variety. And then we'll go down here and show off a couple of our recently released train sets, which are available now from Train World. You've got, of course, the Amtrak Acela 2, the next gen Acela, as it's also known. You've got your starter constants there with the first class quiet car and cafe cars. You've got your powered and non-powered locomotives. Those are DCC ready with a 21-pin plug to install the decoder of your choice. You've got our concrete tie, nickel silver rail, easy track, and a speed controller. And we have 6 additional add-on cars available separately so that you can build the complete full-length Acela 2 consist. We've also got our popular McKinley Explorer making its return with the new paint scheme on both the locomotive and the passenger cars. as well as the complimentary Denali Express. So all those are available now.
All right, the closest we can get to a life-size Thomas is a Bachmann G-scale Thomas. And Tyler, why don't you tell us about this brand new starter set?
That's right. Well, we've had the large-scale Thomas and Friends for some time now, but if you're just getting started in large-scale with Thomas and Friends, we've got the return of the Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle set. For the first time, this is a DCC sound onboard set, so you can actually hear Thomas's whistle and chuffing noises as he's rolling along the track. And it's a dual mode decoder in this locomotive. It'll work on both the regular analog speed controller included in the set, or the DCC digital command control system of your choice. It includes Thomas, Annie, Clarabelle, the track, the power pack, everything you needed to get started in large scale. So that's just a very small selection of what we have coming up and recently released here at Bachmann. Make sure to check out Train World for all the newest releases and pre-orders, and make sure to check out our 2026 catalog available now.
Tyler, I think you're being very modest here. That was a huge selection at the Amherst Train Show. All right, we're here at the Amherst Train Show, and we got our good friend Curtis. How you doing, Curtis?
Ken, it's great to be here. Glad that we're not having to deal with the snow indoors.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
but you have some great samples that people are traveling through the snowstorm.
Yes,
into
to get
Broadway
here to see.
trains.
We've got in my hand here Union Pacific Power Car number 2066 with sound. These cars are phenomenal for those of you who have purchased a Kenefic car or any other UP business car from us in the past or in the future. This is another addition onto your set that you're going to want. This car is commonly found on every UP office car special because, as the name implies, it powers electricity to the entire train. So this car is found very commonly behind the Big Boy, behind diesels, FEFs, what have you, the Challenger 2. So this is a must-have for a Union Pacific excursion set. And these are in stores now. They're at Train World and at Trainland. You got to get online and get one before they sell out because just like the Kenefics, they'll be done quickly.
We got our newly married man, Curtis. How you doing, Curtis?
I'm great, Ken. It's great to be here. It's great to be at Amherst. We got a lot of new exciting stuff coming your way that I know your customers are going to want to find out about.
And what do we have here?
Yeah, so we've got the Fox River Theater car for Union Pacific. This is the 2006 to modern day version. You've got some really good roof details with these antenna. You got the GPS domes on the front, the vents, and accurate interiors and touch control lights, so you can control whatever light functions you want to be on displayed on your car, on your layout. Just a simple touch on the roof of the car while it's on your layout with track power, and you're good to go. And these cars are very, very popular, just like our Kenefic cars, just like the Power cars, and many other Union Pacific business cars we've made. These are going to be gone quick. So if you haven't ordered from Train World and Trainland to get yours in, you're going to want one because they're going to be gone before you know it. I've got a 3D printed sample of our upcoming Santa Fe and BNSF theater car, another addition to our business car offerings from Broadway Limited with the touch control lights and everything. You can see from just looking at the 3D print model, we've got great road specific and era specific details, great underbody details. These cars are really, really popular, and the first ones of something besides UP. It's BNSF and Santa Fe, two other big road names. If you're looking to start a business car fleet for your railroad on Santa Fe or BNSF, you're going to need one of these on the tail end. We've got 6 different types of details from both era-specific and road-specific details. You can find all that information both on our website and on trainworld.com. And make sure you get your pre-order in because the order deadline is coming up, and you're not going to want to miss out on these cars because they're going to be hot just like our other business cars offerings.
Yeah, and this is brand new tooling for HO, so make sure you pre-order it because these are going to be extremely limited. So make sure you grab them today.
And one more thing too, if you wanted a previous version of this car, you'd have to get it in the brass market, and the brass prices are, $800 or more for a car like this. But we're giving it to you at a really, really great price through Train World, so make sure you get your pre-order in because there's not going to be other cars like this out on the market for much longer.
And we're talking about this beautiful S1. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous, and this is HO scale.
HO
too.
scale, yeah, and we've been calling this around the office the big one, and I think it's appropriate name for a reason. It's bigger than a Big Boy, and this is the Pennsylvania Railroad S1 duplex. It's a 6446 locomotive, brass hybrid, so you've got a die-cast chassis, a handcrafted brass boiler and tender shell, and believe it or not, despite how big it is, it's going to run on tight curves, 18-inch curves. So this will be perfect if you're a Pennsylvania Railroad fan or modeler and you want to add some style onto your railroad. But the kicker is that we've opened up the order window for only a short period of time. January 30th is the last day to reserve one of these through a pre-order. So hop on trainworld.com and get your pre-order in for these to guarantee that you get one at delivery, because these aren't going to be around for much longer. So make sure you get one in whatever paint scheme you choose, Paragon 4 or Stealth. And yeah, these are going to be hot when they arrive.
Yeah, and I don't even know if Curtis knows this, but this engine is one of the most highly pre-ordered, back-ordered engine out there. So make sure you get your order in, because these are going to be extremely popular and sell out very quickly.
Very quickly.
And we're going to talk about a brand new, door-breaking, record-setting announcement here that you guys just threw out.
We just announced this at the show this morning, and this is the Santa Fe 2900 class locomotive. This is a 3D printed sample, but it gives you a great idea as to what the locomotive is going to look like. And when you come to the show and you come see the sample, you're going to be blown away by the amount of detail we've packed onto this model, from bell cords, whistle cords, piping detail. You got multiple smokestack variants. This is going to be a home run. And the cool part about this is that there's one locomotive that still operates today. And we went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the middle of the desert, and recorded the sounds off of it. So you're going to have accurate sounds with smoke, incredible detail. This is going to be a home run, and they're available for pre-order right now on trainworld.com. Another brand new announcement. This is one of the 3 announcements we had here at Amherst. This is a 3D printed sample of our Conrail and CSX business car. The one in my hand here is the Conrail version, but we've got road specific details on here, including the correct roof arrangement, accurate interiors, accurate underbody. This car is going to be a home run, and just like our other business cars, we've got the touch light sensors. And another cool thing is we actually got the paint chips from Rapido. Rapido was kind enough to let us know what their E-unit, because they made the E-units to match with. They gave us the colors, so this car will have matching colors to your E-units if you have that. So you'll have an accurately modeled Conrail business train if you decide to get it. So this will go great with your E-units, and these are available for pre-order right now on trainworld.com. So get your pre-order in, and you've got a little bit of time to get these. You have until the later part of this year to get them in. So make sure you get one in and reserve yours today.
This is going to be extremely popular, so grab it. Brand new steam engine that I don't think I've seen ever in any scale before.
It's been heavily requested from New Haven, guys. If you've been a purchaser of our i5s or i4s in the past, this is another one that you're going to want to add. And we've got 3 era-specific versions. The one I have here is the 1940s version. This is the R3A. It's a mountain-type locomotive. You got 4 wheels, 8 wheels, and 2 wheels. It's another brass hybrid model, and you've got a ton of great detail with bell cords, whistle cords, piping detail, everything. And one cool thing about this locomotive that not many people know, this has a 3rd cylinder. It's a little hard to see, but it's behind the front of the air pumps here. But we've had that accurately modeled as well. And so you'll be able to get that accurate detail and sound on your railroad. And New Haven guys, you've been begging for this. It's finally here. This is one of our Amherst announcements. You're going to want to get a pre-order in for this one, because these are going to be hot.
Check out that detail. All right, we're at the Amherst Train Show, and we have the CEO of Bowser, Lee. How you doing?
I'm good, Ken. I'm here with Train World. Go to trainworld.com if you want some toys. But right now we're showing this new engine that's due in our factory on March 1st. It's the Chop Nose RS3, the RS3M, and they're pretty hot, so you better get there quickly. Really super detail, really fabulous painting. Bicentennials, you got everything here, but you better hurry. There are none left at the Bowser factory, but talk to Train World.
Grab them today.
And right now we're showing the 2nd release of our SD40-2W, and we're doing the low number 5200 series, and we'll have all the great lighting, all the great features. Better stop by and see trainworld.com, because they're going to be hot. We've got a great introduction of some more Alco Centuries. We seem to be an Alco company, so we're going to ride that horse for a while. These are the C424 and 425, Canadian, American, a lot more to come. And again, these things are going to be hot. Get to trainworld.com. Place your orders early. Make sure you get it.
What Lee said. If you're looking for a SW1, then Lee is your man.
Well, so far at the Amherst Train Show here with trainworld.com, Ken Bianco, this seems to be a pretty exciting release. It's going to be in all kinds of flavors. We're just getting started. Lots of road names, a lot more to come. A lot of new engineering, fantastic lighting, great sound. Better stop by trainworld.com and place your orders now.
All right, we're at the Amherst Train Show and we got Lee from Bowser Trains and we're talking about a new announcement today.
Well, we have our Bowser cars are now going to come with all the grab irons, ladder rungs, cut levers, everything you can see we're going to put on it. Don't turn it over, I still don't like that. But we're going to have great detailing, all new tooling, all ready to run, metal wheels, knuckle couplers. Got to get to trainworld.com and get your orders in.
I'm here with Kato, and Joel is ready to talk about these brand new SD70 ACUs. How we doing, Joel?
You know, I'm doing fantastic right now. It's a bit cold out here, as you know, but we got here the brand new SD70 ACUs. We published these at the end of 2025, but are a big release for this year. So it's completely brand new tooling, and they're all based off the Canadian Pacific military schemes. In addition to that, we also got some Norfolk Southern ones, which I'll grab right here. And the difference that is noticeable is with the headlights and the cab lights. It's a bit of a difference in the tooling. And we're very happy to show off these schemes because, you know, they're very colorful, they're very different. Not a lot of people see these on the railroads, so we're looking forward to doing more Canadian Pacific stuff in the future.
When they first just came out, they were immediately selling out very quickly. We just got them back in stock, so make sure you head to trainworld.com for your Kato SD70 ACU. All right, I'm here with my buddy Joel from Kato USA, and we're talking about HO Viewliners. What do you have for us, Joel?
So this is our brand new tooling for 2026. This is the Viewliner 2 from Amtrak. Now, these have been appearing on Amtrak lines from 2016 to 2021, and they're one of their newest additions to rolling stock. Right now we have here the different type of cars. These will be using a kind of modified Phase 3 paint scheme. Right now they're just unpainted, but these are going to be compatible with our Superliner collection, and this is the first time these have ever been seen in HO scale, so we're pretty excited to share with you guys.
And we're at the Kato booth with Joel and the surprise, Junpei!
Welcome to Kato booth at Amherst Show 2026. Okay.
And we have the Greenbrier N-scale tank car, brand new. And Joel, why don't you kick it off for us?
Yeah, so this tank car is based off the Greenbrier paint scheme, and it's on the .117 designation. This is a very modern car. It's been appearing on rail lines in the last 2 or 3 years, and you know, updated safety features in real life. But on the model itself, it's a complete brand new tooling, and the first time you're going to find this in N-scale. Very flexible railings, very durable, and the great thing about this is that it's very, very affordable. It comes in an 8-pack set for $160 MSRP, which makes it
affordable.
Makes it affordable, basically.
Big shout out to Yuria and May from Kato International. We were there at Germany at the Intermodal Bow, and they showed off this beautiful crocodile engine. And all the way from Germany to the US, this crocodile has been selling like crazy.
Unbelievable.
Wonderful.
Very exciting. This is gorgeous. We're taking back orders on it now. Very popular in the US. A lot of people are very interested. Get your back orders in today at trainworld.com.
Thanks, Ken, for supporting us.
Thank you. Thank you, Junpei. All right, Ken Bianco at the Amherst Train Show, and we have Lionel and my best friend Ryan. How you doing, Ryan? All right, so what do we have today?
So we have our first 3D printed shell samples and body samples for the new Vision Line GP40-2, both with the regular powered version that includes the new notching smoke feature, and then also we'll have the breakdown units with 4 smoke units inside that spew smoke everywhere with different breakdown scenarios depending on what's wrong with the engine.
And those are non-powered, right?
They're non-powered,
Okay.
but they have all the lights, sounds, and more smoke than you can imagine, and tons of new lighting and detail features on these. So we've got the Burlington Northern, the ex-Frisco variation here. You see with the Mars light, the strobe light at the top, some of the mid-production details on the body, Southern Pacific variation with the later traction motor blower ducts, this full SP light package. Again, lots of wonderful details. Down below it, we've got a Chessie CSX, Rio Grande, and then 2 former Conrail Norfolk Southerns there on the bottom. And the more you look at them, the more different detail variations you'll spot, as we've got all the different phases of construction covered in these really neat locomotives. And they're going to be a lot of fun to have them, I think, on the layouts with all the new features going in them.
We're super excited about these new Vision Line features, tons of smoke, but you're going to need a powered and non-powered, and you can grab it at trainworld.com. We have tons of new Lionel product, new book came out, so lots of great stuff. And you're probably wondering why I'm stepping on a chair right now.
You wanted to see life from my perspective.
That's right. You have to be extra tall to see these extra gigantic engines. And Rye, you have some beautiful built-to-order, gorgeous steam locomotives here. So why don't you tell us about them?
These are 3 engineering prototypes from the new January Volume 1 catalog. We've got the massive Allegheny. As you can see here with these prototypes, all the detail really pops. This has some great new features in it. We've added extra smoke units. We've added more prototypical details, another speaker in the boiler for better sound, removed the control switches, added the kinematic drawbar and force coupler feature. And then we've got the Reading T1. A lot of buzz around these this year with some in restoration and the Freedom Train paint schemes, also the classic Reading schemes on these. And then my personal favorite, the new 440s. These are another brass hybrid. The one you're seeing here will be included in the Jarrett Palmer Express set. It's got the great Central Pacific long haul tender, new stack, beautifully detailed all over on these. They just pop.
These are gorgeous, and make sure you get your pre-orders in because the Lionel catalog, they have a deadline. So make sure you order today all your Lionel O-scale built-to-order items, or even just all Lionel items in general. This is a test car that I've never seen before.
This is a really fun one. This is first time in plastic. This is a maximum scale test car. A lot of railroads had these, at least 1 or 2 of them anyway, and they were used to test and calibrate different track scales. Really neat design, and really excited to bring this one to the market. This is an announcement here this week from us at Lionel, our next high-end scale freight car. We've got metal wheels, metal scale couplers, all the full underbody detail. This is our first 3D printed sample. We'll be doing a few minor detail variations like the locations of the lift rings and things like that from different roads. But a pretty standard car and a neat design, and one that I'm excited to see come back into my roster.
That's awesome. So these unique HO test cars are on pre-order now. Make sure you head to trainworld.com to get your Lionel HO items.
Absolutely.
And we are working out. These big boys are gigantic and with tons of detail.
These are our LionMaster Big Boys. Wow. So they're actually a little undersized for scale, but they'll navigate an 031 curve.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There is no way this ginormous engine could run on 031.
You wouldn't think big boys could be as flexible as we are, but these things really do get into some great tight spaces.
Wow, this is unbelievable. So this is a LionMaster Big Boy?
This is the LionMaster Big Boy. These are featured in the new January catalog. And they're packed with features. You've got the fan-driven smoke. You've got TMCC, Lion Chief Plus, Bluetooth, conventional control options in here.
The list
Great
goes
sound.
on and on and on. Wow.
But for those with smaller layouts who want the big boy, this is a great option because it'll navigate those tight curves.
Out of the whole catalog, this is the best-selling piece. Everybody says, oh, the big boy, the big boy. It's gonna run the rails again soon.
It is.
So it's hot, hot, hot. Make sure you get your pre-order in because this is the best thing in the catalog for sure. All right, we're here with Bradley from MTH Trains, and we're talking about this brand new SD70. What's so different about this SD70 compared to others?
We did quite a few things. One new exciting thing that we are bringing back to start with is fixed pilots and two rail. A lot of people are excited about that. We changed some details on the pilots. We did new walkway detail, the radiator vents. We went really road specific on this, so basically every road name that we have, we will have the detail for that. We made a bunch of different slides for it, and it'll be extremely road specific, and I think probably the most prototypical prototypical model we have on the market. So we're really excited for it.
That's awesome. And once we get pricing and SKUs and road numbers, we'll start taking pre-orders at trainworld.com. And we're talking about a brand new model, all new, brand new tooling, the RS3.
Yeah, we're really excited to bring this to the O-gauge market. We've been working on this for quite a while. This is our premier RS3. We'll be able to run it in Phase 3 and Phase 1B is what we have the tooling for mainly right now. We'll be able to do the different number board variants, locations, change the stack from parallel to perpendicular on the top, and bring an awesome product to the market. This was on a lot of different railroads, and we're excited to be able to do all the different road names that we can do in this.
That's awesome, and the market's going to be really hyped up about this. Breaking new tooling announcement. Open air coaches and observations, and these things are hot. Tell us a little more, Bradley.
No doubt about that. We are really excited to bring another awesome product to the market that we haven't seen in O-gauge. We have an open air coach like this and an open air obs that we made. I think for a lot of people that like the woodside cars and stuff, they've been waiting on this for a really, really long time, and we're really excited to bring it. Especially, you know, those Strasbourg guys, they're already drooling over it, and I'm really excited.
That's right, and you also have Hello Dolly as well.
Yeah.
Strasbourg, just tons of really cool, awesome cars. You also announced some unletters as well, paint schemes. So really cool, and the pre-orders have been through the roof.
Good deal.
Although it's only been a few days, so make sure you get your pre-order in to secure yours today. All right, we're at the Amherst Train Show, and we have Peco. We have Steven here, and he flew across the pond just to be here. And tell us about the great quality craftsmanship of Peco track.
Well, it's fair to say that a lot of work goes into the creation of a Peco turnout or a Peco piece of track. Right from the very beginning, we take care of all the design work. The tool making, we have a tool room with skilled tool workers working in the tool room. Huge amount of attention working with the latest technology to create the perfect tool out of hardened steel. We have engineers who look after the tooling, but then it comes to the production staff. If you can imagine the stages needed to produce a turnout, it isn't a case of pressing a button and something spat out of the other end of the machine.
Right.
We've got the insert molding process, the assembly process, the wiring process, quality control, packaging and distribution, all done from the same site. A lot of skilled workers at Peco working on this from beginning to end. We have got so much skill in producing track work. That's what we've built our business on track work. And we take care of every step from beginning to end. We're not farming this out to third parties. We take control of every step. So there's a huge amount of attention and care put into the process at every stage, and we'd love to show you, and hopefully in the future we can show you a little bit of the inside workings of Peco, because people don't realize just what goes on there. We employ about 150 people, so we're a big employer for our area, and you know, the people that work for us have worked for us for many years. We have a very stable, talented staff at Peco that look after the different processes all the way.
That's great. So if you're looking for high quality craftsmanship track, make sure you check out Peco at trainworld.com. All right, we're at the Amherst Train Show, and I'm here with Jordan from Rapido Trains.
Good afternoon.
And there is a ton of excitement
I
here.
know.
And we're going to talk about P32s because
Absolutely.
this engine specifically, Metro North Railroad and New Haven have both done extremely well on the back orders. So tell us about this.
Yep, this is our P32 ACDM. This is an all-new locomotive from the ground up. We just got the very first decorated samples, Metro North, the New Haven Heritage Unit. These are in production. I believe they're in production right now. They're going to be coming out this year. I think probably this summer, I want to say. And these have been in a huge demand.
Yes.
We've got the Amtrak versions as well. We've got the original delivery, and we've got the Empire service units coming along with these this summer.
Very cool.
Closer look at the New Haven there.
Check out the detail, tons of detail. So if you're looking for a P32, make sure you get your back order in and order it today.
Yes, definitely.
So Jason Schron bought his own bus, but now he's making miniature buses.
We got even more of them. We've got our fishbowl buses in HO scale. The new run is almost here. They're actually in the warehouse right now. They should be shipping in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
And these are all the New York versions.
And look at the detail on these buses. It's unbelievable.
That's the Blitz, New York Blitz bus, MTA. We've got two other versions here, MTA and also New York Bus Service. Look at the really cool logo on the back window there. And they're almost here.
We're going to talk about some of these details on these cars, and Jordan knows everything about it.
I know everything about them. Yeah, these are our Greenbrier insulated reefers, mechanical reefers. These are actually almost here. These are shipping very soon. They're a modern freight car, and you can see them all over the U.S. and in Canada too. We've got the Lineage car. These cars are actually named, so each car, this one's the Swiss Alps. I've got the Cryotrans car here. It's called Y. They also have one that's called Why Not? And each car is unique. Ken's got the UP car there, and these are shipping probably in the next month or two, so get them through Train World.
Wow. If you could get them. A lot of them are already sold out.
They're almost sold out, so don't waste any time.
Yep. We told Jason he was crazy when he was making an RDC, but they have been probably one of the best-selling engines ever.
Exactly.
For not only
HO
and N scale.
Yep.
Check these out. The detail, unbelievable.
It's incredible. That's this is the Metro North RDC one that we released late last year, late 2025. Those are out now, and we also have just announced our RDC 2s and 3s. The 2 has the just the baggage section. The 3 has the baggage and the RPO section. And these are just packed with detail. Look at the underbody detail there. They're just incredible. Full interior detailing, full light packages. These are, I think we have an order deadline on these coming up, I believe, in the next couple of months. Because they're already ready to go. They're already tooled. So you want to get your order in at Train World.
Yeah, make sure you get your order in. The first run sold out from Rapido almost instantly.
They were gone.
So get them in. And Jason, we owe you an apology. Sorry about that. If you ever visited our store, well, in Limbrook on Sunrise Highway, you've probably seen some commuter trains.
Exactly. Maybe some M3s or some M3As.
And these
could still see them actually, because they're still running.
Still running, and these are going to be hot, hot, hot.
Oh,
so tell us about these, Jordan.
So this is our M3 and M3A Budd rail cars. They were built by the Budd Company in the mid-1980s. I believe there's still 60 or so in service with the MTA, Metro North and Long Island Railway. And they're super cool. Full interior detailing. Look at the underbody detailing there. These are just really neat. Electrical multiple units. They operate in large sets. You can buy them in 2-car sets. And we've got an order deadline coming up on February the 16th. So you want to get your orders in really quick for these. They're going to be very hot. And I don't know if we're going to do another run. This might be a one-time run, so get your orders in.
And this is something new tooling. No one's ever done these before.
No one's ever done these before.
These are extremely hot. Get your orders in. This is awesome. Really cool.
Beautiful.
Blockbuster announcement at the Amherst Train Show today. We have Rapido trains, and we're talking about the U30CG, Jordan.
Yes, this is an all-new locomotive. It's only ever been made before in brass. The Santa Fe purchased these in 1967 for passenger service, but they used them in freight service until they were finally withdrawn. Very cool. It's a full car body cowled locomotive, passenger locomotive, and we have various options available. We have the original Santa Fe war bonnet. We have the bookend schemes. We've got various yellow bonnet variations based on what era of freight service they were in. And these are very cool. They're about ready to go to tooling. These will be out in 2027, but order yours today through Train World. They're just going to be very cool locomotive.
Get your orders in. This is going to be very hot.
Yes.
U34s?
U34CH. This is a locomotive that I don't believe has been ever done before.
Wow.
At least in plastic. And it's just a very cool staple of the New Jersey transit fleet. They were in service for many decades, and now they're going to be available in plastic.
That's awesome. We're super excited. We're going to take pre-orders and back orders on it. So head to trainworld.com for all your Rapido HO items today. And we're talking about U33s and U36s.
Yes, this is another all-new locomotive for us, our latest addition to the Universal series of locomotives. It's our first 6-axle Universals, and this is the U33, U36. These were built in the 1960s, 1970s, and we're all over the U.S., from the East Coast to the West Coast. And no one's ever done these properly in plastic before, and we are doing them in a wide variety of paint schemes. This is the Southern Pacific version here. We have 2 versions of SP, along with several other paint schemes you can see there, and many more available. This is going to be a hit. I know this is going to be a hit. Definitely will be. You'll want one for your freight railroad.
From Jordan's mouth to my ears.
Exactly.
And your pre-orders, get your order in for these U-boats today. And Jordan is electrified.
Yes, we are. Yes, I am. We both are. Because we've got E44 electrics here, and we got both Pennsylvania Railroad and Conrail. And these are absolutely stunning. These are the first decorated samples that we've received. They just arrived in time for the show on Tuesday, so we're really excited about that. And these are super cool. They have fully operating pantographs, full cab interiors, rotating roller bearing trucks on that triaxle truck there. They're very cool. Just an icon of the Northeast in the 60s and 70s.
I don't think many people understand how cool an operating pantograph is and how hard it is to do in HO scale, because it is very complicated, but Rapido is able to figure it out. So make sure you get your order in today. Don't call me a slug again.
I'll try not to. But we do have slugs.
We got Jordan from Rapido here, and we're going to talk about slugs.
Yes, we are. And we talk about GP39s as well, because we have our chassis and CSX GP39s that are available both as just individual single units, or available in mother slug sets, or with the switch mates, as the chassis and CSX like to call them. And again, these are all new toolings from the ground up. You've got the cool traction motor detail, full underbody detailing, all the cabling, wiring. We've got our metal handrails. We've got, look at all the walkway tread there. You've got all the connections. This is all rubber connections to go between the mother and the slug. And they're just really cool. And this is, of course, a fully operating locomotive, motorized with a decoder, lights, sounds. These will have the strobe lights and everything part of, in each unit, and they're all road number specific as well. This time I have the all-new GP40 TC. So these were originally built for GO Transit in Toronto as commuter locomotives, and believe it or not, these were built in the late 1960s. Amtrak purchased them used from GO in 1988, and they are still in service today. They are a head-end power locomotive, so you have the head-end power generator on the rear there. It's kind of weird because it's like a stretched F40PH, but it predates the F40 by several years. With head-end power, you get the cool Canada Company designed fans there, full cab interior. It's very much like, almost like a GP40 or like on an ST40 platform almost. Very funky design, only 8 built, still in service. We're doing GO, we're doing Amtrak, we've got several different paint scheme variations available, and they're just such a cool locomotive, very much requested.
All right, this December, we had Jason Tron from Rapido Trains visit our Trainland store, and right across the street, we have Long Island Railroad commuter cars that pass by the tracks all the time. And Jordan, what do you have here?
So this is the M3 and M3A Bud rail cars. They were built in the mid-1980s for the MTA, for Metro-North and Long Island Railroad. I've got the Metro-North car, you've got the Long Island car, and these are just absolutely stunning. Look at the underbody detail. Don't mind the little stickers on the underbody there. We're going to be using these for a video later, but full underbody detailing, full interior detailing, and different details for the different eras, whether you're doing the 1980s or today.
Yeah, and these here are new tooling.
Yes.
Nobody's really ever done these
one's
before.
done these before. I don't
in
think in any
HO
fashion.
scale.
Not even in brass. So.
It's amazing. So everybody's clamoring for them. So if you haven't ordered them, make sure you grab your order at trainworld.com for your Rapido HO commuter cars today.
And don't forget, Trainworld also has some exclusives too.
That's right. Jordan, great stuff. Great stuff,
excellent.
Jordan. Excellent. All right, I'm here at the Amherst Train Show with my friend George, and we're talking about a new product. What do you got for us?
We got the Blue 1100. This is our smallest BlueNami to date. So this is small enough to fit in N scale and small HO, and you can see the Bluetooth chip right there on top of the decoder. And this allows you to wirelessly talk directly to the decoder using the free app. Most people love the word free.
Love free.
The free app you can download to your smart device, talk directly to the decoder. No DCC system, no CVs. The app does all the hard work for you.
That's awesome. And no matter what scale you're in, BlueNami is taking over.
It is. It really is. I'm happy seeing the growth in the BlueNami, the excitement. I've converted my whole layout to BlueNami, and I hear of that more and more every day. It's fantastic. You guys should check out the BlueNami at Train World.
That's awesome. So if you're looking for decoders that have a factory in America, make sure you head to trainworld.com for Soundtraxx products. Thanks for watching. All right, Ken Bianco, we're at the Amherst Train Show. We got Dana from Walthers, and let's talk about these awesome Viewliners that everybody keeps on order.
Oh, they are awesome. They are awesome. And, you know, we first brought these in last year. They flew off the shelves, so we turned around and did another run of them. These are, you know, these aren't the old Viewliners of the past. These are new cars, revised tooling. They also have the more prototypical darker window tinting. These also have full interiors and interior lights. And these are officially licensed paint schemes from Amtrak, including the brand new Phase 7 paint scheme. And they're available in decal and printed number versions. Again, these have been very popular for us, so we're really happy to be able to bring these back for another run.
And we're going to talk about HO Viewliners.
Absolutely.
Proto. These are gorgeous, and people keep on ordering them nonstop. Tell us about these.
Oh, they certainly do, Ken. I mean, these cars, these aren't the Viewliners of the past. We went ahead and we redesigned a bunch of this car and really made it more prototypical, brought everything up to the proto level. If you look at the underbody, if you look at the finish, it has that real metal finish on the sides, and as well as the officially licensed paint schemes from Amtrak, including the new Paint 7 paint scheme. We also revised the window tinting to make it darker, just like you would see on the real Amtrak cars. And these cars all contain a full interior, and they're available with optional interior lighting as well. So these are really, if you're an Amtrak modeler, these are signature pieces for your roster.
Caboose or caboose?
I like caboose.
Okay.
Caboose always sounds weird to me. But right now, this is a car that we're really happy we were finally able to get out. A lot of design work went into it, and it is a streamlined Wabash caboose served, you know, in the 60s all the way to the end of the caboose era. Now, even though it was developed by the Wabash, it served on Norfolk and Western, as well as DT&I and the Ann Arbor. It's a super detailed proto-level model. All of the hand grabs, you know, you look at the end detail and the brake gear and the underside here, these are all separate parts. And like all proto rolling stock too, it includes, you know, metal RP25 contour wheels and metal Walthers Proto knuckle couplers. So you're going to get years of operation out of these. These aren't just going to be shelf queens. And if you look at the top here too, we even have some etched metal detail, like the running boards.
And Walthers is already sold out of a few road names and road
Absolutely,
numbers.
we are.
So make sure, if you want this caboose, make sure you put your order in today, because these are extremely hot and really gorgeous looking.
These are hot, yes. As Ken said, there's already a few paint schemes that are gone. So
awesome.
Order today.
And we're talking about these troop cars. Tell me a little bit about them.
They were troop cars. These are really cool cars. If you model fast freight trains or passenger trains, these are express cars, and they were made from troop cars. Like back in World War II, they made these troop cars, and then after the war, railroads bought them up cheap and converted them back into express cars for handling fast freight. Now these served like into the 50s, some of them all the way into the 80s on like MOW service. We're offering 3 different prototypical styles. One's based on a CB&Q car, one's based on a New York Central, one's based on a C&O, and as you can see, they have different door configurations for the prototype. And like all proto cars, the detail's all separate stirrup steps, separate underbody detail, and you have separate end detail, including the diaphragms. So these are really a neat, sort of unique piece to add to your passenger fleets and your freight fleets. So these literally just came in. So, you know, if you're interested in ordering them, they're in stock now from Walthers. So, you know, I'm sure they'll be out at the shops imminently.
All right, we're here with Dana from Walthers, and we're talking about Jeeps. And which Jeep number are we talking about? The GP9, the classic.
Talking about the classic Jeep 9. This particular run is really special. Not only do we have a bunch of really neat prototypical paint schemes, everything's decked out with road name specific detail, you know, the correct horns, the correct handrail configurations, and we're even doing for this run a special Western Maryland version that has a complete newly tooled shell. So we know Western Maryland fans especially be happy to see that. They've already ordered a bunch of them from us. These are available in standard DC or factory equipped with a Loc Sound 5 decoder. So they have all the bells and whistles and lights that you could want, including, you know, on this model you even have the rooftop beacon that's operational. So these will be arriving to Walthers probably in like the spring time frame. We're thinking March or April. So we're really looking forward to getting this latest run of Jeeps out to everybody.
All right, do you like Amtrak? Well, we got these awesome brand new announcements, the P42 for mainline.
Walthers mainline, yes. So everybody deserves a P42 on their layout. And this is a Walthers mainline model, but as you can see, it's still loaded with detail, including you got separate air horns up here. If you look, you have the different nose configurations, and this is really an exclusive here at the Springfield show. This is an early tooling sample, the first time anyone's seen it. You have the different lighting configurations, and this model is going to be available either in standard DC, or it's going to come factory equipped with an ESU sound and DCC decoder. And for this first run, we're doing a lot of these colorful paint schemes, including a Phase 7 scheme, some of the anniversary schemes, and even the classic Phase 3. So we're really happy to get some Amtrak power out there to haul some Amtrak passenger cars.
Who doesn't like a good covered hopper? Dana, why don't you tell us about this project here?
Oh, this covered hopper, it's something that I've wanted to see in HO for a while. It's a 1,958 cubic foot covered hopper. Really, I always called it a W because that's what it looked like when I was a kid. But it has this distinctive shape, and it served from the 50s all the way into the 80s and beyond. It hauled all sorts of aggregate, cement, all sorts of material like that. It has it's a smaller car, so it fits in a lot of different size layouts, and there's a lot of different industries it could serve. If you look at it too, this is a mainline car, but it still has a lot of detail, including the hatch detail and the running board detail on top. If you look at, we have the different outlet hatches on the bottom, including some separate brake gear. And like all of our mainline and proto rolling stock, it rides on metal RP25 wheels with metal Protomax knuckle couplers. So, your trains are going to stay put together until you want to switch them, and you're going to get years of reliable operation out of these. And these have just come in. Again, this is the first time we're showing these. These are in stock now. So be sure to, check them out and see all the different paint schemes we're offering in these.
And we're talking mainline, and look at these awesome ES44 engines and cool paint schemes.
Cool paint schemes, modern paint schemes, all new railroad paint schemes. So the CPKC, I know back in Wisconsin we've been seeing more and more of these since the railroad merged. We've seen a lot of these coming through. And this, talk about an affordable Gevo, the Walthers mainline version is it. In addition to CPKC, we're doing a bunch of the CSX Heritage paint schemes, including this chassis system here. And like all Walthers mainline models, these have the same Walthers Proto drive as our Proto models. So we're talking about top of the line motor, really smooth gearbox. So the only noise you're going to hear is going to be from your ESU sound and DCC decoder that these are available factory equipped with. All the models too include headlights and ditch lights that operate. So really, if you're looking for an affordable workhorse locomotive in the latest paint schemes, I think the Walthers mainline Gevo is a pretty good pick.
Awesome, great stuff, and these paint schemes are going to go out really quick, so make sure you get your order in today because these Walthers mainline engines are hot.